Okay, Bill Maher has been whack for a long time. From his makeout session with the blackface expert, Megyn Kelly, to his infamous use of the N-word on his show, for which he later apologized, and his continual, mostly white weekly panels where he sings sob songs to them about the perils of the shrinking demographic and chides anyone who falls even slightly outside of his myopic, privileged view. Maybe he even said something highly offensive again last night. I don't know. I stopped suffering through that stale, clumsy monologue and painfully out of touch show a long time ago. But I did see the clip segment of him complaining about Lin-Manuel Miranda apologizing for the lack of Afro-Latino representation in his movie In the Heights.
You're the guy who made the founding fathers black and Hispanic. I don't think you have to apologize to Twitter. I mean, he's a Latino making a Latino movie with a Latino cast. Not good enough. Nothing is ever good enough for these people. They're like children.
Okay, so I don't know if the applause from the audience was sincere or if they were responding to the applause sign in the studio, but either way, how disappointing. But let's just address a few things. One, I thought it was not only gracious, but appropriate for Lin-Manuel Miranda to acknowledge the perhaps unintentional colorism in his amazing film and then apologize for it. Two, anybody find it interesting that this quote-unquote liberal ally is sounding a lot like a moderate Fox News contributor? This is why allies get the side eye sometimes. And three, Bill Maher, you do not get to tell people of color what they should or should not be offended by. Stay in your lane, Slim. Maybe instead of trying to invoke sympathy for Sharon Osbourne or making sure Tommy Loren has a space to spouse her BS, you should have more diverse panels of people who can explain colorism to you and systemic racism and how these things still devastate people's lives and livelihoods today. Try that instead of standing on your alabaster perch every week to crap on other people's lived experience while providing a safe haven for well-established white supremacists. Because I gotta tell you, this old angry white man act is so played. I think you're mistaking what's happening now as a revolution, the favoring of a new system, and look, perhaps you disagree with that. But this is yet another of your perspectives that's embarrassingly ignoring what's happening all around you that you're refusing to see. The truth is, what's happening now is an evolution, and you are fighting for your power and privilege to not become fossilized while basking in the rays of your own non-existent cleverness and comedy bits circa 3 decades ago. And quite frankly, it's just offensive at this point. The country, like it or not, is changing in real time. And sadly, fake time with Bill Maher is not. So perhaps it's time for you to take a step back and blow a quarter ounce of that green that you love so much, because clearly your thoughts have been lost in a white fog for far too long.
Now, there are a few reasons why I love this video clip, and it being from MSNBC is not one of those reasons. But that does play into why I want to talk about this clip here. Let me name the reasons. Number one, Tiffany Cro. Now, I don't know who she is, but shout out to that sister for this clip, at least. You know, I'm glad to see a black woman, or at least a black person, be hip to how trash Bill Maher is. And just everything wrong with who he is and what he stands for. I'm just glad to see other black people, another black person, understanding that. Now, speaking of Bill Maher, of course, this was a roasting, an ether, a diss track, whatever you want to call it. This was about Bill Maher. And you know, everything she said in this video is pretty much what I said in my video about Bill Maher. I'll probably have that in the eye in the sky. I made a video about him years ago. Well, not years ago, last year, but months ago is what I'm saying. Hell, even on my older YouTube channel, before they got taken down, I was doing videos about saying fuck Bill Maher years ago. So yeah, technically I was covering him years ago as well. His channels just got taken down. So this was not only refreshing to see somebody else say fuck Bill Maher, it was refreshing to hear the same things that I said in the video I made months ago. Pretty much someone say fuck Bill Maher, but she couldn't curse, of course, because she's on MSNBC. I can curse because I'm not on MSNBC. I'm on my own network, Underdog TV network, where cursing is allowed. All right? So there's that one. And 3, I love the dem on dem crime. The establishment Democrats versus an establishment Democrat puppet. I loved everything about this clip because, oh, yeah. First of all, she's spot on. Despite the obvious bias that MSNBC has, the obvious left-wing bias that MSNBC has, and why this clip was so shocking to me that they went after a left-wing puppet like Bill Maher, because they usually don't go after people like him, or him in general, when he said some wild shit. I know Tiffany Cro said this in the video. She said it was because of his comments about Lin-Manuel's, his movie, or him apologizing because it was his movie or show, whatever he made, didn't have any dark-skinned Latinos in it, right? So he apologized for that, and I guess he's going to recast it or some sort of, in the future, be mindful of the colorism, right? And Bill Maher, obviously, we saw in the clip that he's on, and like I said in my video, he's on this anti-cancel culture thing where he doesn't, now that the guns are pointed at his direction and the directions of leftists, because you all got the big bad orange man out the White House, so y'all don't know who else to point the guns at. You don't want to point the guns at Joe Biden, so you have the guns pointed at other individuals. Bill Maher is one of those individuals you have guns pointed at. Now, I'm speaking figuratively speaking, because I know someone is going to, take this video down and say he's threatening Bill Maher's life. Bill Maher might even see this and say he's threatening my life and stuff. Figuratively speaking, you weasel piece of shit. I'm glad that more people are being known. If you are watching this, you bitch. I'm glad more people are finding out how trash of a human being that you are. Okay? Now, I'm still kind of baffled that MSNBC allowed this to be said, because my thing is, did Bill Maher piss off what did he do to piss off the establishment Dems? Because this isn't the first time he said some trash ass shit. Remember, he made the joke about Green Party voters or third party voters, and he basically said he hopes that they get raped and they end up getting pregnant, for those third party voters who can get pregnant, obviously, but still, he says that he said that they should be raped and get pregnant and then name their rape baby Jill Stein. That shit is way worse than him saying, hey Lynn, whatever your name is, Maxwell, whatever your name is, right? Don't apologize to people on Twitter. They're just weirdos, right? While you was backing the same weirdos who went after Trump. While you was backing the same weirdos who made rape jokes. Those same weirdos on Twitter were laughing at rape jokes you made. Threats of rape. So don't try to come at me talking about you're threatening life on Bill Maher when he threatened rape on individuals who voted third party, who voted for Jill Stein. And if y'all hear that outside, that's somebody's kid. That's somebody's rape baby. Nah, let me not even. That's fucked up. That's someone's kid. Hopefully not a rape baby. Hopefully not named Jill Stein. Not because I'm against Jill Stein, but because that would be nuts if someone actually named their rape baby Jill Stein because Bill Maher told them to do so. That'd be fucked up. But anyways, let's get back to the topic at hand. This is amazing. This clip is amazing. Like I said, I'm surprised MSNBC, this news outlet that does not, if they're going to go after celebrities, they're going after celebrities like Clint Eastwood or any other celebrity that is clearly right wing or whatever, or they'll try to go after someone like an Ice Cube. And MSNBC ain't the only ones, but I'm using their name. They're not the only left-wing outlet that will do this, but I'm using their name because this is their show. This is their show on their network. Therefore, they're being used as an example. They got a problem with it. Hell, I'd love for Tiffany Cro to come on and post on Underdog TV network, and there she can say whatever she want, unscripted as well. She could write her own damn script and talk about whatever she want. But that's for discussions for another time. Now, they will, like I was saying, they will talk about like an Ice Cube and try to shame him and try to fool the viewers of MSNBC into thinking what Ice Cube was trying to do with the contract with Black America was a bad thing, and this, that, and the third. Like, these are the celebrities they're going after. Someone who is clearly right-wing, a right-wing nut job, or someone who doesn't give a fuck about both sides, but then they'll say they're right-wing because they're not kissing the asses of the Democrats, or they're not voting. They made it clear that they're not voting for a Democratic candidate, whether that be Joe Biden, an establishment Democratic candidate. Let me put it that way. So it made me question what was going on. What's going on behind the scenes? I feel as though there's something going on behind the scenes. It can't simply just be because she didn't like his comments about the dude who created The Heights, right? The guy, and he also created Hamilton. It can't just simply be that. Did Bill Maher piss off the left, the establishment left? Is he saying he's switching teams and now they're like, let's go after him? Did Tiffany Cro say, fuck it, I'm going raw today and I don't care what y'all say, I'm going to do this? Did MSNBC? I doubt it. Are they going raw and going rogue and saying, hey, fuck this bullshit, we talking about both sides. We talking about how both sides suck. Or as my man Tim Black would say, how both parties... Damn, I'm fucking up his own joke. Damn, it's like... Fucked it up. I'm sorry, Tim Black, if you're watching this. Anyone who's a Tim Black fan, I really fucked that up. Maybe because I'm still excited because of this clip. Both parties suck. You know what I'm saying? Or both sides suck or something like that. Either or, MSNBC, I doubt they're going that route. They're not saying that both the Dems and the Republicans suck. But just whatever their reason is, the underlying reason, all right? Or it could simply just be she took offense to what he was saying, and she's like, you know what? We're not going to, talk about how great Joe Biden is doing today. We're going to talk about how trash Bill Maher is. And as much as I don't want to hear how great Joe Biden is, and I don't want to hear Bill Maher's name in general, I'd still rather much hear someone else other than myself talk about how trash Bill Maher is. So this is a great clip. I liked it. I liked it because of that. MSNBC, I ain't no hater at the end of the day. I'll give props where props is due. And whether you all meant this because you truly were offended by what Bill Maher said, which again, like I said, he said worse. I gave y'all an example of things he said worse. I'm not saying his comments. First of all, I don't think Bill Maher should shut his fucking mouth, of course. But I don't think his comments were inflammatory at all. They were just coming from the standpoint of a rich white asshole who knows nothing about what the fuck he's talking about. But that's always been Bill Maher. But he's had worse comments. Like I said, you make comments about people getting raped and hoping that the people who can get pregnant end up getting pregnant and then having the baby and then naming the baby after the president that they may have voted for back in 2016 because your butt hurt about your buddy Hillary Clinton losing. So people who didn't vote for her should be raped. Yeah, that's real funny. And that's more fucked up and he said a lot worse. I don't know how worse you can get with rape jokes. I mean, he's made racist jokes. He says nigga because he's fucking a black woman, and he's married to a black woman or whatever the case is. He think he can get away with that, which again, I was glad to see a black woman did not stand for that. She mentioned that in her clip, just like how I mentioned that in my video about him. How he thinks he could just get away with this shit because the people he associate with. So yeah, everything, like I said, everything about this clip. Now, I'm not going to say I knew about, I didn't see the film, so I can't say it was an amazing film like she did. But I'm talking about all this stuff about Bill Maher per se. It's exactly what I said. So yeah, I'm gloating the fuck right now. I'm gloating because a lot of y'all probably watch these videos and you think, oh, it's just Ernest who believes these things, or he's just saying these things just cause. But then when you find out it ain't just me, I'm just the one that's willing to speak up about it. I'm not the only one on that fucking hill that says the things or believes the things that I believe. I'm just the one of the few that are speaking about it, or at least I'm the only person that you know of who is saying these things. But I'm not the only one in general who are saying these things. So just to show y'all that there are other people out there saying fuck Bill Maher. That nigga been whacked for a long time. He's out of touch. He never been funny to me. She said he was once funny. He was never funny to me. I mean, these are things, like I said in my video about Bill Maher. If you want to see a double lash and if you want to get a double dose of Bill Maher, if you want to see Bill Maher be whipped twice in one day by two black people, watch that video clip, watch this video, then watch my video I did on Bill Maher months ago. Again, we'll have that posted. And subscribe to this channel. Don't subscribe to MSNBC still, but subscribe to this channel because you're going to get more truth like that from this channel than from MSNBC. I'm not saying I'm a fan of MSNBC right now. They made me want to go check out Tiffany Cro. But as far as MSNBC, they're still a piece of shit, lying garbage. But they're probably doing what a lot of these publications do anyways. Or a few of these publications will do. They'll have either one real personality or a team of personality, kind of like the Useful Idiots when they were on the Rolling Stones. Rolling Stones is clearly bought and paid for, and they're clearly biased as well. But they had the Useful Idiots on their platform as well. And anyone who's familiar with the Useful Idiots, you all know they're not politically, they're not on the same wavelength of Rolling Stone. And I'm not saying that because they're not right wing either. They're against both parties as well, or at least they're vocal about the how Democrats and Republicans suck, right? So, in a quote from Tim Black was, "Both parties suck, Johnson." So, I got that quote out the way. And yeah, that's the end of this video. It's the end of this video. So maybe this show with Tiffany Cro, because like I said, I had no idea about her prior to seeing this clip. Either or, I love it. I ain't no hater. Even if this came from Fox News or some other network, the truth is the truth. Bill Maher, you ain't shit. Bill Maher has never been shit. Bill Maher's trash. That's that. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Until next time, until next video, you hear from me and see from me when you see from me. Peace out.